What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 France AI only battle. I hope you're excited. We've got Aquitaine versus the Gauls, hopefully no one's forgotten, but it begins the big war between the two of them, 2 and 3 biggest militaries in the world, and of course Germany and Portugal, militaries 1 and 4, kind of border these countries, so things could certainly get interesting. Germany is very close now, or at least closing in on Salzburg. Brittany has kicked Cornwall out again. And Burgundy gets a peace deal with Normandy, so they do not lose anything. Yeah, I think Normandy had Lyon before. I just getting a bit confused, but no, I think they did have that before. And here we go, Aquitaine already pushing in this city. They were definitely more prepared to launch this invasion. Not sure the Gauls saw it coming. So we'll see how it goes for them. Let's begin. Cornwall and Brittany do peace out, so Cornwall is now just in the British Isles, but we have another big war breaking out just to the north. The Netherlands versus Normandy. We'll see how this goes. The Dutch, another one of the bigger militaries, back at turn 300. I didn't quite see where they were now, but Normandy's obviously just wrapped up a few wars, and the Dutch did fight one, but that was mostly with boats, so we'll see what their army can do now on the land, and we'll see how this goes. Austria's turn took a very long time, but yeah, they are not in a good spot here, Austria. It could be the end. Germany could take us down to 11 remaining civs if they were to conquer the city of Salzburg. Here we go. Oh, very close. Probably next turn. And the Gauls' defense, their army is coming, but yeah, it depends how much can the Gauls, can Aquitaine get done before it arrives. That could be the key. And obviously, will Aquitaine get weak enough that Portugal, with their planes, the Portuguese Air Force, the only Air Force in the world at the moment, joins in? Brittany adopts the order ideology. And it looks like Normandy's off to a better start in this Dutch-Normandy war, with St. David's here, possibly going to fall to Normandy. And there we go, Salzburg is taken. Germany, who did just get artillery towards the end of that, grab that. So they get a little bit stronger. And there you go, there's a peace deal between Germany and Austria, although of course Austria's gone, but it means this great prophet escapes with their lives for now. The Netherlands enter the modern era, but very close right now to losing their city. Meanwhile, the Gauls holding Aquitaine at bay. What is it? Unstoppable force meets immovable object, maybe. Oh, there you go, they actually peace out. So that was, I feel terrible. Sorry guys, we made it seem like that was going to be big, but you know, it's just a warm-up. You know, there's going to be big ones to come, don't worry. The Netherlands have adopted the order ideology, pretty much last to get one as well. And there you go, see, I told you there was going to be more big wars. Germany invades the Gauls. As soon as they brought all their units to the south, Germany invades from the north. Cornwall also joins the war against Normandy, but Normandy did grab St. David's here off of the Netherlands, but the Dutch now with a big invasion in the north. Yeah, Rouen, I don't know, sorry. And St. David's here should probably fall. But yeah, Germany, just as, like I said, just as the Gauls finally arrived sort of down here to deal with Aquitaine, in comes Germany in the north. You don't get bigger than that, I guess. That is probably 1 and 2 militaries in the world, right? Like, that's, you gotta, yep, it is 388k, 353. So there you go, at least another big one. Brittany, I'm pretty sure, I know the turns are going quick. It feels like they are breaking the 10-turn at least peace treaty rules, though, going straight after Normandy again. Monaco peaced out with Rome with not much happening. They do also get the Porcelain Tower. And while they're there, they were the first civ to go for the freedom ideology. So lots going on in Monaco this turn. But yeah, we have got some wars on our hands right now with the Dutch closing in on a couple of cities. Cornwall may get some, Brittany as well. This could be rough for Normandy. And we have Germany not closing in on any cities, surprisingly. I'm going to try unembargo them because I'm in a good mood. I'll do it for all the civs that get embargoed. But so far, no real siege damage to either of these cities. Of course, if you remember early on, Graz and Klagenfurt were both German. And then the Gauls took it off of them. Or Germany conquered them, and then the Gauls conquered them off Germany. So there is a chance that Germany would recover those. And here we go. St. David's did go to the Netherlands very briefly, and then it went back to Normandy. But it looks like the Norman cities will fall before any of the Gaul cities, so we'll stay focused on this part of the war. Could easily see 3 cities go, potentially 4 with this one as well. Salzburg actually did just fall to the Gauls. That sucks for Germany, so they're actually losing the war. As it stands, that was of course Austria a few turns ago, but there we go. Klagenfurt is now damaged. Portugal joins the war on Normandy. It's not too big, although Portugal certainly has enough boats to come over and be annoying. But there you go, there is so many things going on. Brittany grabs St. Lo and Conk Kern in the same turn, and Rouen falls to the Netherlands. Looks like this is a bit of a coalition now as the Gauls join the war against Normandy. Not that they can really get there. And Rome again also joins, but they cannot really have an influence. But it means Normandy is no longer coastal, and Germany joins in just for good measure. Again, not bordering, but there you go. And Klagenfurt does fall to Germany. Austria declares war. Austria is not even around anymore on Aquitaine, as does Burgundy, which is very brave Burgundy. Germany pieces out with the Gauls, so they gained Klagenfurt but lost Salzburg. I don't know if that worked out for Germany, but there we go. There is a oh my God. Monaco now against, maybe there's going to be a coalition against Aquitaine too. Which is kind of weird, because Aquitaine have not conquered anyone for a long time. Portugal joins in, this is it. Oh my goodness. I felt bad because the Aquitaine-Gauls war ended straight away, and I felt like I hyped up this episode to be that episode between those two, but look at all this other stuff going on as we hit turn 250. Portugal, the 4th biggest military, and currently, I believe, the only civ with an air force. Maybe Germany has one if I go look in the corner, or I'm sure next time we look, maybe they will. But yes, Portugal with a lot of troops and some planes, which there is nothing Aquitaine can do to stop. So this is going to be a big time in the game, a big challenge. The Gauls have gone. Germany had their difficult phase. They lost a few cities to the Gauls early on. They came through it. The Gauls probably just went through theirs with flying colours. Nothing lost to Aquitaine, trading cities with Germany. But yeah, this is probably Aquitaine's version. We have the pointier stick list. I'm just going to go use the military manpower one, so that we can see. The Gauls now have the most ahead of Germany, so they came out of that pretty strong. Aquitaine is third. There's Portugal just behind them. So we'll see if Aquitaine can defend themselves. And if Burgundy throw everything at this, then it is going to be difficult to defend Aquitaine. And notably, Portugal, they don't have artillery. I think the Great Walls will still slow them down. But obviously having planes is kind of a good counterbalance to that. Burgundy v Rome, again, is not going to be too much. Oh, Burgundy now has planes out of nowhere. Maybe there's a deficiency of oil for some of these civs. I don't know. It's very random that Burgundy and Portugal are the first civs with planes. Leon here should fall as well pretty soon. That's probably going to be the next Normandy city. There's so much going on. I don't even know what to focus on. We will keep checking Portugal's progress here. There is a lot of battles going on in the ocean. Aquitaine does now have a couple of planes, so that maybe just in time. But we should see Burgundy's turn here. They are sort of coming over, so they're thinking about it. Leon is close-ish, but there's no more Dutch units over here, so Normandy may just survive for now. This is an exciting game. I have really no idea who is going to come out on top, because there are some big civs out there. Germany, the Gauls, Aquitaine, but Portugal certainly has good, cool stuff. They are probably going to grab Leon here, which they failed. If they had got Leon at the start, who knows how well they would have done. They just fell short, and Aquitaine ended up doing the job. Normandy is not afraid of their own coalition, so much so that they've joined the one against Aquitaine. There's a lot of great war bombers there. We'll see what they end up doing. So I wonder, it is Mount Kailash there. We didn't look at the religions for a while. I think, pretty sure there's just 2 really dominant ones. Yeah, look, 31 for Buddhism from Cornwall, 23 Judaism, and the rest only in 6 cities. St. David's is low again. Of course, Germany only really have 3 choices. They can fight the Gauls, could fight Burgundy, which again, the mountains aren't necessarily easy, or they could go after the Dutch as well. Those are Germany's choices. We'll see what they take. Cornwall's now just quietly in the corner. They do have another settler. I have no idea if they can squeeze that through to here. That would be pretty amazing if they managed it, but we'll see. And there you go. St. David's does fall to the Netherlands again, very briefly, as Normandy immediately has their turn afterwards, so they get it straight back. Aquitaine are holding off some Monaco units in the east, Burgundy to the north, and a big naval fight here with Portugal as well as they try to grab Leon. Some pretty hectic action. Maybe if the Gauls now went after Aquitaine, that would change things. I think the Gauls are just chilling though. I think they are... I'm going to have to give them the, like, by eye, you know, just without looking at all the stats and putting it all down to stuff. We know they obviously had the biggest military a few turns ago. I would say the Gauls are probably number one. Just because they look so calm. Like, that was a scary moment when Aquitaine invaded. Then they handled it. Then Germany attacked. They went back and they did the job. They've just been effective. You can't doubt that. Also, I think Germany... We've all watched too many AI games to have any belief that the German AI can win this game. So, you know, prove us wrong, Germany. But no one believes in you at the moment. And Aquitaine, I mean, we had them once before. I don't think they did too well, but I don't know. They've seemed pretty, like, content with what they have, right? I think that attack on the Gauls is like the only time we've seen them attack someone since they took out Spain. Netherlands and Normandy peace out, as do Brittany. So Normandy survives with their 5 cities in the Paris region as well, of course. Big, important part of France, and it will stay as a divider between Brittany and the Netherlands. But of course, Netherlands will build back stronger than Normandy will. So again, it will just, they'll keep coming. They'll come back. Germany cannot get to them. There is a world where Burgundy does some damage to Normandy, but they're obviously pretty busy at the moment doing their own thing. It's quite tough, Germany. We're very lucky for the Gauls to be here, because if Monaco bordered Burgundy and then they bordered Germany, you cannot distinguish particularly easily on the mini-map between those three. There's a lot of sort of the white and grey background colour in particular. The red is slightly... This is slightly purple. This is more red. Well, funnily enough, this is more burgundy. The font for Monaco is more burgundy than Burgundy's, which is more purple, and then Germany's obviously grey. But on the mini-map, the background grey looks very similar compared to everyone else. There's no other countries where it's, you know, you've got the very distinct orange, red, dark, sort of bluey black colour. Got cream, a pinky colour. Rome's very purple. Gauls are green. Portugal's a very bright white. So there's nowhere else where it's really an issue to see. Portugal has been pushed back. That was sad. I felt like that was their moment, but it didn't quite work out for them to break out of the corner. They came close. I think they should have done it earlier, because Aquitaine got planes almost as soon as the war started. So that certainly, you know, that equalised the playing field. Broadway is completed for Aquitaine. Turn 261. There is a lot more planes flying around the map. Germany now has quite a few down towards the Gauls border, some towards the Netherlands. I see a land ship there as well. And a machine gun. Some advanced units there. Rome pieces out with Normandy as well. So Normandy gets some peace deals, and most of the world is kind of peaceful now. There's just the wars with Aquitaine, which are not going well, but I don't think anyone's going to lose any cities. Normandy also gets a peace deal with Germany that turn. We're getting through the turns. Turn 262 already. Of course, it will slow down once we hit 300, 400, 500. There we go. The Gauls now, what will they do? Not too much. There's an ideology. I don't know who that is. Rome. Very late in the day. Going order, finally. I think they are sort of last place out of everyone at the moment. Yeah, that seems fair. Just looking around. I mean, Monaco has one less city, but Monaco's cities are probably better. Well, yeah, they definitely are all bigger. And Monaco is obviously... There's still all this space with no luxuries, so they haven't settled it, but it is there. Eiffel Tower now for Aquitaine as they continue to just grab all of the wonders in the world. But yeah, bit of a rebuild phase for the world. A lot of militaries took a bit of a hit. We'll probably see them all break out again into the similar wars, but with bigger numbers. The embargoing, I think that's of the Netherlands. Did I read that right? No, Normandy. Okay. There is everyone's scores. Aquitaine narrowly leading the Gauls. Germany is a few 400 points further off. Of course, the lack of wonders doesn't help. The Gauls have a religion, which certainly helps as well, so that's why they're probably a bit lower off. Then in fourth at the moment is the Netherlands. Then you've got Brittany, actually, I think, unless I'm missing someone. Then you have a very close... Oh, no, then you have Cornwall. Then it's very close between the Gauls and Burgundy. About 40 points in it. And then you drop below 1,000 to Portugal at 900. Then Burgundy. Then Rome. And then Austria technically still have a unit alive somewhere. That great prophet. There it is. Looks like Germany's gearing up for something. I wouldn't be surprised if it was the invasion of Burgundy. But it could be the Netherlands too. But I feel like if it was the Netherlands, they'd have more in the north as well. We'll see. I think that would be a good move, particularly this city. This side of it, there's a mountain range. It wouldn't be easy for Burgundy to come defend it. You could get it pretty quickly. If you could push through and grab the capital here as well. I don't actually think this was the initial capital, was it? This was the initial capital. But this city is now at 34 pop. If you could come get this, that would certainly be quite nice for Germany as well. I mean, the Gauls, Aquitaine and Germany, none of them have really grabbed much in recent times, right? We also had Salzburg, which has since changed hands. Germany took Klagenfurt off the Gauls. So yeah, between the three of them, they haven't taken a whole lot of cities in the last 100 turns. So even a small change could be quite influential at the top, and obviously the same applies. A slightly bigger change could be very influential for a Netherlands, or even, I mean, Brittany is big. They're not like small, so they can still have big impact. I feel like Brittany and the Netherlands, they've failed quite a few times now. Surely eventually, right, they split Normandy between them and then fight each other to the death, right? That's how this works. Obviously Germany and Aquitaine will always be sort of lingering over them as a threat. Aquitaine obviously threatening Brittany, Germany threatening the Netherlands, but you'd think eventually they'll split this and one of them will eat the other one, and then we'll have a huge northwestern nation, because we've got one in the southwest, got one in the southeast, got one in the northeast. So the northwest is the one part of the map maybe that's missing, that super contender, and it probably will be like the Netherlands, Brittany, whichever one kills Normandy and or just comes better off when they split it and keeps pushing onwards. But we'll see. And obviously then you have some sort of extra civs that are just sort of lying around. Monaco, still pretty good over here. Portugal's shown they can have some good technology. Cornwall's not exactly going to be easy for anyone to take out, but they're like bonuses, right? If the big 4 or 5 can take them out, they're going to climb the rankings. And then there's Rome as well, which at some point you'd assume the Gauls might kill. They have infantry now as well, so they're pushing ahead with technologies. We saw Germany with tanks, so yeah, everyone's pushing up that tech tree ever so slightly. So we hit turn 267. A lot of progress. What we've done, we're on 192, so we've done 70 something turns, right? 67, yeah, over 70, something like 75 turns in the last 2 episodes, and an info addicts check. So that is quite a good pace we're still going at. This is a fairly small map. I think it might be small. It is smaller than the Italy map. I'm just thinking right now. It has to be, right? Because the Gauls alone in that map had like 100 cities. I don't think there's that many cities, or not 100, 50 something cities. And I don't even think all of them combined have particularly that many more than that. They certainly don't have more than like 100. And Carthage and the Gauls both had like 50 plus by the end of that last one. So yeah, I think there's definitely a smaller map now looking at it. Brittany declares war on Burgundy. They have a slight border here, so we'll see some units fighting. But again, don't see anything. It isn't like a disaster. No one's going to be dead after this war, probably. Germany into the atomic era as well. Good for them. Bomber. Oh, they have the upgraded planes as well. Well, they only have one of them, but they have a bomber. I'm sure they'll upgrade to some more sooner or later. As Eleanor of Aquitaine completes the Kremlin, Leon is under siege again by the Portuguese. We'll keep an eye on that. And the Gauls, one turn after Germany, also entering the atomic era, and they also peace out with Normandy. Not that that was particularly active war. I wonder if the Gauls and Germany would team up against Burgundy, because I think that's one of the ways we could see a pretty quick death. If, you know, those two teamed up, I think they could clear up Burgundy from the middle of the map pretty quickly between the two of them. The Gauls don't have planes though. Burgundy has a few, so that would be difficult. Aquitaine now has anti-air. You want that down here to make Portugal's life a little bit tougher. Ideally, stop them taking away Leon. But it's taken pretty much everything out of Portugal just to get Leon down low. So even if they take it, it's not a massive victory. But there we go, at turn 270, we'll wrap up this episode. As always, if you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. Another crazy episode, and I'm sure there's more action to come. I feel like we've got through the smaller civs phase. There's a couple left, Rome, Normandy, who are probably just sort of waiting to go. But yeah, there is definitely going to be some big civ fighting action to come still. So I hope you're enjoying it. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.